Hello, everyone. How the heck are you doing? I'm doing okay. Cheers. I'm having a beer here. It's a Bud Light. Hey, I was working today, and now I'm resting, and I'm deciding to go live. And you know something? It's okay. I'm going back to my roots. Back to 1995. I came here to Manhattan, and with US Open going on behind me, this is a great time of the year. Coco Gauff is making a comeback. She lost the first set. It's nice to see Americans getting strong again. Back in 1995, I started a show on the Manhattan Neighborhood Network, and I was told I could do a show. Hey, Coco's doing great. I love it. There, I didn't want her to lose in the first round to this German woman, but she lost the first set. But I did my show because they said, all you got to do is 28 minutes black on your VHS tape and 28 minutes black on the end, and we don't really care what you turn in. So I had my own camera that I got in LA, and I brought it from LA, and I was shooting it at home in my little abode here. I'm in the same building I've been in since 1994. It's almost freaking 30 years this January. But I'm not in the same room. I'm in an SRO. Uh-oh. $400 a month of rent in Manhattan on the Upper West Side. This is where I reside. Now they have asylum seekers living with us. They have so many guards ad nauseum. There's a guard on every floor. Oh boy, they don't want anything to happen to these asylum seekers. They're protecting them. Are they protecting me? I don't think they care about me. When I first came here, this was a drug rehab area where people who were on detox, they would crash. They'd come, they'd go into the bathrooms and stay overnight. It was kind of a scary deal. There was no security. Mrs. Rosenberg and Kaufman, not my friend Harvey Kaufman, but they had a pretty loose ship. But when the building was sold or leased to AMDA, I got an itch, proverbial itch. It's a bitch. But they had to do their show, run their business, and I came in here, I saw the ad in the Village Voice. That was in print back then. I came up here, and I remember coming in, and there was this guy, a young guy. I mean, at the time, I was about 37. I wish I could say the same now. I wish I was Dorian Gray. What do you say? Want to play? If you heard what I said, 30 years plus 30, 20, 37, do the math. It's going to happen next month in September. Well, nothing you can do about getting old. So I'll be told. But no, this guy came, and I called the number on the Village Voice. He said, come on over. I was working. I came to New York City in January of 94. And Rudy Giuliani was sworn in as mayor, and I was beginning my first day as a teacher in the South Bronx. Can you believe that? Hey, what's happening over here? Coco's doing pretty good. Let me check what's going on. I have some glasses. I just got to check the details. I won't forget what I was talking about. It's a 28-minute show anyway, so I'm going to take my time. So Coco lost the first set 6-3. She won the second set 6-2. Now she's 2-0. Looks like she's going to get through this, weather the storm and get through this first round. Anyway, I started teaching, and when I came here, and I was at the Washington Jefferson Hotel, which was in Midtown, West 50th Street. And I used to live in LA, and back in the day, in the early 80s, I was going to come to New York. Hey, Coco just won again. What is this? 3-0 in the third set. Okay. But I just came to Washington Jefferson because this photographer in LA, who was from Utah, I remember, he told me, if you go to New York, go to the Washington Jefferson. And I did. And I stayed here for 6 weeks in '84. It's the summer of the Olympics. And I went to HB Studios, and I started acting with Herbert Berghoff. He's a master. I did Lovers and Other Strangers with this actress, and he berated us. He goes, oh, this is a lounge act. What are you doing? But he said to me, he goes, you're self-disturbed, which means you're sensitive. He was right. I had not broken through yet as an actor. I came up with this monologue that I wrote as a result of being here in '84, and then I went back to LA. I woke up one August, hot August day. Remember Neil Diamond, Greek Theater? I went there. It was a great place. But I was a writer, and that helped me, catapulted me as an actor. I wrote this piece called Wet Dream, and I performed it on stage in my acting class, and I blew them away. My teacher, Fred Dennis, said, hey, we never were like this before. They all loved it, but anyway, I've been here, and I came here in '94. The guy was at the room with Mrs. Rosenberg, and he was like, oh, man, he saw just a room, and he said, I don't know, but I said, I'll take it. I'll take it. It was only $400 a month. I'll take it. Give it to me. And I've been here ever since. Wow. Holy cow. What can I say, SA? Anyway, I'm just checking the time when I put my glasses on. I'm maybe losing a little steam because I had a long day. SA. You know where SA comes from? East LA. I used to work in East LA. I was a teacher for 9 years in LA. SA. But I worked today, before I went to work in Bayside, Queens, as a teacher, instructor, for those who have been arrested for drunk driving. Can you believe it? Drunk driving? And you're looking at me? What are you saying? It's hypocrisy. But not necessarily, because I'm not driving. Fannie Mae, I wanted to say. Here, I got some calls. Oh, chats. I wish people would call in. I'm going live, then I go jive. I wish they would chat with me and I could respond. It actually would make the show go a lot quicker. But that's okay. I could go for 28 minutes because I started the Dave Gold Show in 1995. Like I told you, they said as long as you do your camera, and I did my show in my room, and I was like, and I put it out there. I didn't even know, I couldn't even see it. I didn't even have cable myself on TV, and people responded. They seemed to like it. I did that for a full year, and then I got into the studio because you got to put time in to get in the studio, and you got to put in physical time to learn the ropes, to learn how to use it before they let you use it. And I got in there, and I started my shows from the studio. And I immediately started to get some feedback because I always leave my phone number. And they said, Dave, what are you doing, man? We loved your show when you were drunk and you were singing off key, and people loved it. But now, what has happened? But I went on for 19 more years in the studio. I get a little nervous. I go British studio. But tonight, I want you to know I'm not overly drinking. I got out of my job in Bayside, Queens, where I work, and I work with people who've been arrested for drunk driving. They got to take a course to pass in order to get their driver's license back, which gives me a lot of strength with them because, whoa, what's going on over here? Coco is upset at her opponent. She's up 3-0 in the last set, but Coco is upset because her German opponent's doing gamemanship. He's making it personal. Anyway, I want to keep my train of thought going. Wow. Boy, she's pissed off. She's really going at it. What's going on? Remember Marvin Gaye? What's going on? I don't remember that song. But I did my job in Bayside. I'm listening to this as I keep talking. And, after the class, it's a short class. It's not too long. But, I gave the clients their certificates. It was their last class. And finally, they got their certificates. They could go to the DMV and get their driver's license back. But then I started a new class. So it was a busy, kind of a stressful day. And I got out of there, and I just schlepp over to Bayside where there's this 7-Eleven, and that's where the LIRR is. But I got to wait for a bus. And I got over there in good time. I had like 15 minutes to spare. And there's this nice 7-Eleven right there. All right, we're getting to the gist. Don't tell me to cut my wrist. Whoa, what's going on? Coco got pissed, and now she's really slamming the hammer down. She's up 40-0, 40-love in the fourth game, and she's already up 3-0. Anyway, I go in there. I get a Bud Light bottle. Let me see. These are really gorgeous bottles. I'll tell you, Bud Light, $1.99 in 7-Eleven. Two of them are ice cold. I took them to the train. I waited for the train to take me back to Penn Station. I had one on the train. I kept the other one for now. Holy cow! How sweet it is. I fancy myself like Jackie Gleason. And away we go! I put it back in the bag, the trash bag. But this is just scratching the surface more or less because when I was taking the train home. I was starting to get the urge because I get a drink in me and I start to get the urge. And I said, what do I have at home? I have like a Diet 7 Up in a can, which is ice cold. So what can I mix with that? I'm going back into my proverbial trash bag. Hope I can find it. I don't know if I can. Anyway, it's Seagram 7. Seagram 7 with Diet 7 Up on ice. It's pretty nice. I had a half a pint. It's like 2 or 3 drinks in a bar, you know, and I had those over a period of time. So I finished up my business from work. I had to contact my employer and let them know how it went, how much money I collected. Yeah, I collected some money. I collected $699, baby. Oh, this match is heating up. It's 3-1 now. But, yeah, I had my Seagram 7 ready, and I came home. And I took care of business. But I had a tuna sandwich on oat bread, which is really low calorie. And I had a couple of those because I was hungry. Mainly, I like to drink now. And I'm enjoying this quite well. Okay, pal? Is everything swell? If not, tell. Don't tell on me, you freaking catastrophe. No one is coming in. This is supposedly going live in the internet across the world, and no one's watching. Why not? What am I doing wrong? Bang a gong. This is my own personal interest, but I might have put the wrong category for today. I put politics and current events or whatever it was, and I think that was the wrong one for today. Because I'm not talking about those things. Okay. I got some time to go. Let me tell you about my brother Joe. Joe was my youngest brother. He's 3 years younger than me. I have 2 other brothers, Peter and Pat. Pat's 2.5 years older than me. Pete's 1.5 years older than me. So we have a family of 4 men. They were babies, and then we grew up into teens, and then men, and we had a mother and father, and we grew up, and we had our life, and okay, what happened? See, Coco, I think Coco's going to win and move on. You know, we grew up and we lived our lives, and we're still all alive, and we're all in our 60s now. Holy cow. Next year, Pat's going to be 70. Wow. That is going to be a landmark. Every time you hit a new decade, it seems to have an impact. I'm speaking about myself. I remember I hit 20. I remember it was a little bit traumatic because I started to say, hey, I'm out of my teens. And it made me a little reflective. Give me some perspective. I remember when I hit my 30s, I was living in LA, and I was happy. I was actually happy when I hit 30. I said, geez, thank God I'm out of my 20s because there was a lot of shit going on in my 20s. Yeah, I could get into that, but I'm not going to get into it now. Maybe some other time. But then my 40s, when I hit 40, that was kind of a wow. A wow. Like I'm over the hill. Because my 30s were great. I mean, not necessarily living every year is great, but when I came here in Manhattan, I was 37. And people say, what age would you like to have permanently if you ever could pencil in? I think 37 would be great for me. Because it's not quite youth gone, but it's not quite oldness coming in. 38 was starting to go in that direction, then 40, wow. But then 50 wasn't too bad, but 60, yeah. 60 was kind of traumatic again. And then now I'll be 67 next month. And I think when I hit 70, that's going to be another wow moment. I hope I'm still alive. God bless me. I hope I am. I can't say that I will be, but I'm going to try hard by living healthy and doing the right things. And you say, well, this guy's drinking. He's probably an alcoholic, but I'm not. It's a little bit of Camelot. Besought. What does that mean, besought? But I want to keep going until my show ends. There was this thing from Superman my brother Pat used to like. And it's a word they use in one of the episodes. The human bomb. My brother Pat remembers that. The human bomb. The guy comes in and he has a bomb attached to him. And he said he needs to talk to Superman and make Superman do what he wants to do. He gets Lois Lane outside on the deck. That was the first Superman where Lois Lane was the best. She was a spunky little devil. And if you know what I'm talking about on Superman's, is in black and white. The first season was the best. The second season was okay. We got a new Lois Lane. And she was all right. But not like the first year Lois. But anyway, the human bomb. Jimmy thinks that he has fake dynamite and he goes out on the ledge. And Jimmy falls off the ledge and Superman catches him. I remember the scene at the end when the human bomb, they had him, the police had him, and then Lois faces him and she goes, "No, I'm going to explode." And she slaps him right across the face. And I remember reading, I go onto IMDb on all these shows and read about it. Lois actually was in a show earlier in the year where she got punched in the mouth and she got knocked out, literally. And it was when they were Hotel of Fear, she got knocked out. But in this human bomb, Superman and then Perry White was there, and then Clark Kent says, "Let's get this little dialogue going." And he's going to keep playing it for the guy, the human bomb outside. No talking till the time limit is up. No talking till the time limit is up. And then Perry White wanted to take over, and he wanted to play, and he started to mess it up. But then lucky I had a backup. But anyway, that gave Superman or Clark a chance to go off as Superman and take care of business. But no talking till the time limit is up. So I know my brother Pat remembers this. No talking till the time limit is up. And he had a scary story once called The Leg of Lamb. I don't even remember this story. But Pat would tell us this in the middle of the summer, these hot, humid summers in upstate New York. And he told us the story, and he scared the bejesus out of me. And I remember that. And you don't know what it is, but I do. Hey, what's going on? Well, Coco's kicking ass now. She's up 4-0 in the third set. She's broken this German gal. So that's good. She's going to move on. I'm going to move on in a few minutes because I'm almost done. Not with the beer, but with the show. But I had Seagrams. I got a half pint of Seagrams. I mixed it with Diet 7-Up, and I had that. And this is my second beer, the second Budweiser. And so I'm not really drinking that much. It's affected me nice, but I work out the whole day. I work. Well, there's really fighting going on here. The German lady is going nuts. Uh-oh. All in naught because it's Coca is going to. There I go, Coca, with my British accent. But that's about it, everybody. I hope you had a good time watching this show. And I haven't rhymed that much, like I'd say before, like I'm in the know. I'll tell you, this German lady, she's got the whole U.S. Open crowd against her. And I mean, they're all for Americans anyway. They're going to be. Like in Germany, they'd be for Germans, of course. But it's really a downhill battle because she's losing big time. I shouldn't turn away from the camera. I'm doing what I want to do, and we're under a minute to go. So that's about it all. I'd like to enthrall all of you and say thank you. I don't know if you're watching this, but I'm used to this, doing shows for almost no one to watch. I did that at the Dave Gold Show for 20 years, 600 shows. I do it on Facebook now. I do stories. I get 20, 30, 40 responses. And that's why as many people watch the Dave Gold Show over there. So I'm very comfortable with the low volume of viewers. But they're good viewers. And I'm saying thank you very much. And as such, I'm ready to end this show right now. Adios, amigos y amigas.